Greetings ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Avenny's Game Room. Right, today I thought I'd do something a bit different. I basically intended on doing repair videos of old retro hardware on my channel, but the prices on eBay, even for broken equipment now, is getting far too expensive. I wanted to do a C64 repair. Obviously mine, both of them are C, and my bread bin are working fine, so I thought I'll have a look on eBay so I can put some on my channel. I'll look for faulty ones, and average prices are ranging anywhere from £30 to £50 even for a knackered C64. So yeah, unless you find the right one to bid on, the buy it nows are just too expensive. So I thought what I'd do instead is I'd show people how to use a standard ATX power supply for testing, basically kind of as a bench supply. Now let's have a look this side here. Right, it's a standard 20 pin Molex, and it starts, pin 1 is there, goes through to 10 and 11, and that goes through to 20. Now the pins we're going to be using is that one and that one, which is pins 13, that one there, and 14, which is that one there, which is those two wires there. You've got a black and a green. Now pin 14 is basically power OK, power on. That is just a standard ground. You could use any ground really, but it's best to keep them both together. Now what I would recommend is fitting a switch, so you can just turn it on and off as you want, but in this video I'm not going to bother doing that because I'm lazy. I recommend if you are going to do something like this, do it properly. Don't do a cack-handed job like I'm about to do. Also, don't even attempt this if you don't know anything about electronics. Yeah, this isn't, it's very simple to do, but I wouldn't recommend it if you don't really have any knowledge of this kind of thing. What we're going to do is, I did have a piece of wire, right, come on, got myself a piece of wire. Now I put one in there like that, and then I'll put the other end in there like that. Now like I said, you're best off using a switch. You don't want to be bodging stuff like this. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. And once you've got that there, obviously you're going to need something to test to make sure the power supply is working. Now, oh, and we also need to plug the damn thing in like that. Right, now with some of these power supplies, I'll put this so you can see when I turn it on. It might not work when you turn it on, but this one does. Some of them won't work unless they're under load, so unless you have some sort of peripheral connected to it, it probably won't power on. Now, just move that a bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up a chassis fan. Like that. Then I'm going to turn the power back on, and as you can see, the fan powers straight up. Now what gave me this idea was, I was actually helping a friend last night, and he was wanting to use the ATX power supply for something, and one of the things we used to do in the shop, because the bloke I worked for was a bit tight-fisted, so what we had to do was we had to make our own CD player. Now I was given this, it's in a hell of a state, absolute bloody disgusting. I should have really been wearing gloves for this, but yeah, bloody horrible thing it is. Now what we used to do in the shop was we'd hook up a CD player like this, and then because this one is actually fairly old, on the front it has a headphone socket, a volume, next track, play and eject. So basically what we did was wired up a system very similar to this. Now if I turn it on, actually I'll plug in the headphones as well, because I won't know if it's working or not otherwise, like that. And I'll put one in my lug. Right, make sure I've not knocked those cables out there, alright. And then we'll turn the power supply on and we should see some life. And yep, we've got life because I can hear it coming through the headphone. Now, if we eject that, so far so good, it appears to be working. I actually have a CD here which I'm going to dump into it. Oh, it pinged. I can hear it. It's not playing yet though. Right, it's spinning up. Not sure if that's going to be able to come through on the camera or not. And then we'll hit play. Yep. There we go. I don't know if that's going to come through or not. See nothing there, and then turn it up, we have sound. Now what we used to do in the shop was connect a set of speakers to it, so we could at least listen to some music while we were working. The power supply I had at work was a little different. It was modified a little bit more than this. It had little fins on the bottom of the power supply we used, so we bolted that to a board so it was permanent. Actually I'll turn this off while I'm doing this bit, unplug that. Now if you look at the block connector, where's my probe off my meat? Let's move that way. So you can see we've got 13 and 14, which is 13 to ground, 14 is your power on. But there's a few other things you can do. There's pins 7 and 8. 7's the ground. So basically if you want to know which pin 7 is, you count across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it should be black. Yep. That's the ground. And then pin 8, which is the grey one there, is power OK. Now what I had looped into that, I had one end of an LED looped into that, and then on the other end I had a resistor. I think it was a 220 ohm current limiting resistor, and then that plugged in, and basically that meant whenever you turned it on the LED would come on, so you know that it's powered up. And then you've also got pins 3 and 4, which is, if you're counting again, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's those two. I'd 5 watt resistor over them as well. Basically, if you wanted to, you could add a couple of adjustable voltage regulator, 5k potentiometer, 240 ohm resistor, couple of smoothing caps, and that'll actually let you adjust the voltage from about 1.5 to 12 volts, so you can use it for testing all sorts of things. Obviously I ain't going to show that in this video. As I said, I haven't really done any proper technical videos yet, which is kind of upsetting. Actually wanted to do a fair few repair videos. When I did my restoration videos, I didn't actually show me soldering the ST and things, which I should have done really, and then I forgot to turn the bloody camera on while I was putting it together, so it wasn't even a full rebuild, to be honest. But I'm hoping, I've got my daddy, he's scouring the boot sales for any old electrical computers, you know, any sort of 8 and 16-bit stuff. Usually he's been having a hard time finding anything lately. He found me another N64 which was in very good condition. I didn't even need to restore it. I just opened it up and gave it a quick once over and checked it, and it was all fine, so I couldn't do a repair on that. But I'm hoping soon he might actually find something for me to repair. Yeah, as I said earlier, the prices on eBay are just too much. I can't afford it. I can't really be paying that much money, to be honest. Even to resell, I couldn't do that because the prices just end up being astronomical, and I really don't want to rip people off. I mean, the whole idea behind it was repair them, pass them on to friends, but it's still too much. So yeah, I thought I'd just at least put some form of technical video out. For those of you that don't know, I'm 25 years time served computer technician. I started repairing the 8-bits in around 86 through to about 92, and by then the 16-bits had kind of come and gone, and it was just all PC stuff we were doing in the shop, and it's been PC stuff ever since, to be honest, apart from the stuff I do privately. But such is life. Yeah, sorry for rambling a bit there. Yeah, so that's how you use a ATX power supply as a bench supply. I might actually do another video and fully convert this into a proper bench supply. Maybe put a nice little LED on it and things, and so you can see your voltages and things. But yeah, it's probably something that's gonna be done in the future. Just not at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.